boom, boom.
So this is
mine. This is, I probably need the other model, but I want to start on this. Basically, this head doesn't spin as much as the other one. You might be low on spin. I got a thought that I might change the golf shaft, and I've got a thought that I might change the loft. I just like Stealth 2 Plus to start there, to see. That's all, and that's why we're doing this. So same target, street lamp. This one that I sent you might be the one, looking at this, looking at the way you deliver it. Pretty good attack angle, -1. Thought you were going to be a bit steeper than that. Don't admire that, it's so low.
fucking bullet. I know.
42. You can't hit it that low.
Felt good though.
You've got to be twice that height.
So you're telling me, I mean, that didn't even get above.
It launched at 3 degrees.
And I need to get it to.
I mean, if I see 12 out of you today, that 252 total, if we get this right, you can get to 268. If we get this right. We might have to soften up the shaft a little bit. I've gone to the now more spinny head, more launch, more loft. 6S, right? In the shaft. So it's the TR 6S, perfect. I might go to the red or to something softer, but because your miss is a slinger, this now is less tendency to sling. That head I could have set up for a fade, but I just need the spin and the height that this head type, the Stealth 2 versus the Plus, is going to give me. And with this ball, this is probably going to be right. Okay, low in the blade and spinny. Get ready to hit another ball.
Above the tree line though.
Yeah, low in the blade and spinny. Leave it teed up, don't tee it down. Ball position forward. Let's get the ball forward. And let's set up, what are you going to do with that? Go lower?
No. I just, I'm really anal about hitting the
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tee it lower.
No.
Set up to this piece of grass here, an inch behind.
As in kind of like.
Set up there, as if the ball's there.
Okay, and then normal.
Then hit.
Ball off my left.
Yeah, you're setting up though as if the ball's on that grass. So wherever you would want, and I can stick a tee in here if it makes it easier for you, set up to that, as if you're going to hit that. But you're hitting the other one. We got a long way to go on launch angle, so that's what we're trying to do here. Better. Go again. So you like to hit the TaylorMade 5, right? That work, how I've got that? I mean in where I've put the logo. Okay, good. 79.9 feet. Better, you've almost doubled it. We've got to keep going. You're hitting it low in the blade. I'm trying to get you to hit it higher in the blade. I got a few tricks and tips we might do that, but let's keep going. Just give me a bit of side bend as well, okay? Okay, set up to that. Turn this toe out a little bit, a bit more. Right, now you can release the hips. We're not 21 anymore. Perfect, good. Drive the legs, go for it. Sharp. You've got to use your pins. Aim right, your bad shots are pull, because your hands are coming down and doing it for you. You like the clubs flat because it stops the ball going left. I'm cool with all of that. But if you can get to the top and start to turn and use the ground and get going that way, and this is the driver, belt loop is what starts your downswing. Now you're going to start to get speed. It's like when you run a good set of skis or you run a good snowboard and you know what you're doing. You put pressure into the edges and then the skis do the job for you. Same with this. If you can get this working for you, then the way in which I'm setting up this club, it's going to move and work for you rather than against you. You're fighting it. You're fighting everything you're doing. As a result, we just got 9.2 on our launch, which is still 3 degrees lower than where I need to get you. You went to 260 total. I still think 268, 270 is possible. You're 92 feet, which for me is still 8 feet lower than what I think we'll get to. But the killer is 3,600 spin. That is an absolute crime. It's criminal. And the reason is because you're hitting it too low in the blade. I've got to get you hitting it higher in the blade. So we're going to keep working on this. I don't think the setup's too bad. I could take it heavier maybe in the head, which will give you a bit more speed again. But I want to just keep working that the thought is, okay, I've got to start the downswing here, but I've also got to almost come through and hit out the top part of the golf club. Because then you're going to drop almost 900 spin. If you drop 900 spin, you're going to gain the 8 yards that we're talking about. You can't be shaft leaning, handle leaning. You can't be giving it this one through the golf ball. You just can't be. I want you to see, bang, release, and that way, and up. You're miles away from optimum, and it's costing you significant yardage. You probably hit it straight, brilliant. You play at 6,500 yards at altitude. What do you do if you're at 7,200? I know you're not, but I have to open your mind to that, because you're giving up yardage. Remember, like I said, the further down the fairway, the more loft we go in with, the closer you hit it to the hole. The closer you hit it to the hole, the more you beat your friends. Pretty simple. Lean, foot out, start the downswing with the belt loop turning. I don't care if it starts right, just release the damn thing. Good. So what I can do now, mate, because you are adding loft, I can take loft this. I can now make this thing stronger. It'll sit nice and open now, which I like. You like the look of that thing a second ago when it was sat to me like a hooded claw. Now I've got it sitting more open, should have. Now let's have a look at it. You just got 12-degree launch, 110 peak height, well done. See, now that's those 60 layers of carbon are coming this way. So the miss left, let's hit one left. Drawing, but this is getting where we want. Good. 12.4. That's our killer. We're about to drop that. Club path. Come on, fix your path. Get it a bit more to the right now. You're actually coming steep and this way. To get rid of that, let's start one down the right and sling the thing.
Talking about slightly open face, I mean, there was many times where I actually
would re-grip it open, yeah. Because your fear is left. Yep. Well, let's embrace that. Yep. Now we got the face slightly open. I'm saying aim right as far as you want and start it right and release it. If I can get you doing this position, the spin's going to drop to 2,800, we're going to hit 268 total. High draws, that's the thought. Set up to the peg before, turn the toe out, I like it. Slightly narrower stance, give yourself a chance to turn, good. Looks great. Better, so that was a bit higher in the blade. But you still got a phobia of hitting it high in the blade. That was better. All your launches are down at like 8.2, 9.2. The higher you can launch it, so that number needs to go up and this number needs to come down, and it comes a little bit by delivery.
Right.
It's an interesting one because as a player, every path you've put on this with driver has been from out to in, and that is what is creating our low launch. Your irons though,
well, the opposite.
Yeah, what's that all about? Like, why are you all of a sudden with driver feeling like you've got to cover it this way? Your iron swing is almost more efficient for driver. Your driver swing's more efficient for irons. Head cover's there to stop you coming from the outside. Yep. Embrace the right side, turn it over. Do what you do with your irons. So that'll be the same. That'll be a path that is outside, yeah, 5.6 path. Negative 5.6. I want that path going to the right, and that will drop our spin. You got yourself into a situation with driver where you're very happy to hit it short and straight. Yep. This is a big change for you. Go again. Follow the alignment stick. I know you don't love lines, but it's there for a reason. Close. Release it. Still going to be outside. Still 3.8, so we've not moved it yet. Find a way to be a kid, be a player, and hit me a draw that the end of the world is left of that stick. End of the world. By the way, we're getting closer, so take some confidence. You just hit 270 total, and you launched it at 11.5, and you spun it at 2,900. So you're still not optimum on your numbers, and you just went 2 yards longer than where I thought we could get today. Okay. 275's now in reach. Okay. But it has to start right at that thing. So take some confidence that we're moving in the right direction. Awesome. Go for it. Start right, turn it over. Good. Do it again. Close. 1.8 club path. My man. Good job. If that launches in the proper window, that was 6.2. If that launches at 12, you just hit it 275.
That was the first one that I've actually come in from.
And you hit it from the bottom. First one you've come at it with your iron swing. That's exactly where I want you to live. I'm cool with you as a player aiming down the right side. I'm okay with it. You're good enough to know how to feel it. That's what you've got to work on right now. You've got to start putting your iron delivery into your driver and then shallow it out. Well, guess what? Attack angle 0.4. All I'm doing is manipulating the numbers. Yep. Once we finish this, I'm going to tee the ball low, get rid of that, get rid of this, and tell you just to hit one. And it will come out with a 4-degree, 5-degree launch, and it'll spin at 3,200, and it'll go 255. You're fine. You can play golf with that. That's what you're doing right now. This is how you reach every par 5 in 2. This is how you get better instantly, just off of your driver. Okay, come on, draw it, down the right. Right's your friend, left is dead. You can miss that stick by 10 yards, I don't care. Just right and turn it over. Got to be path, hasn't it? Because it started right and it's cut. Yeah, -1 on the path. Good speed though. Bit more speed there. Come on, adjust to it, do it again. Look at that, 10.7 launch. And if you draw it over, you get that 3,200 number down to 25. I just want to see one. Does the club feel okay? The shaft and the feel, not too stiff, face angle good.
Not the shaft feels good, yep.
The head is where I would go. And the only reason I'm not going in there and getting you a softer shaft is because I don't want to see you start hooking the crap out of it.
Me too. I mean, that's...
I know that we can't go there. Yes, I know we can't go there. Because any good player from your generation doesn't want to see it.
Yep.
Go ahead. Pull draw. It's going to go a long way. Started left, went left to that marker. Yep. Flat left, no spin. That'll be your long, long hit. 280.
Yep.
How good's that?
Yep.
That's good. I hate the land angle. I hate the peak height. Your brother-in-law accepts it. You can hit it further than that. You know what I mean? But that is one way, by setting you up with this driver and having that much loft, if you do hit that one, which you might over the next 5 weeks as you transition into this, your mates would be standing there thinking, you've just ripped that. It's inefficient, but that's long. So when you set up, you just got to drop this into your rib cage a bit more. Yeah, exactly. So I need to be able to go there. Drop this guy and strengthen this hand a little bit. Yeah, if you want to, just to get that to soften. Because your shoulder alignment is hurting you a little bit. No, yeah, your shoulder alignment is, because this is a bit straight. So you can soften that and get yourself there. Another way to fix it. Great, awesome. Same deal, just 2.4 path, negative. I mean, it's like you don't need me now. You know what's going on here. And by the way, playable. Let's think about it as a player. We've got to start transitioning now as we come to the end of this fitting, out of this. You need 11 degrees launch, you're getting 8.3. How do you get that? You move -2 to +2. How do you do that? Act like a player. Hit me a damn draw. You know what I mean? Do what you would do as a player. You know how to do it. We'll try one thing, I'll be back in a sec. But I like where we're going, I mean, keep hitting. I want to scratch the itch and just see this. That looked a great spin number from where I was.
Swing path. Jesus.
You released it though?
Yeah.
Because that is 9.424. Do you toe it?
Felt a little
Yeah,
bit toy,
that's why that number's there. But that shows you what this is capable of.
Yeah.
I want to scratch the itch and just see this. I'm worried about the left miss. We haven't had a left miss to this point.
Yeah, for sure.
You've just towed that and it was money. If the shaft is a bit soft, that would have gone left. Obviously, it's nice having the blue, being Scottish.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I got another blue option. Let's go with this one. This is counterbalanced as well, so it'll be a different feel. Let me worry about that. But I just want to see how much this changes. That was a good hit though, that last one, just toey.
Just a hair toy.
Which is why the spin dropped. .47. Interesting how much that changed your spin. How'd you hit that one?
It felt all right.
Yeah.
I don't like. I want to see.
Go one more. Drop this foot back for us a little bit. Bit more.
Like here?
Yeah, yeah. Like the old Lee Jansen stuff. Good. Okay, out to the right. Let's get this path moving still. Not bad. Path, look at it. And spinny. Probably not much different to what you're playing that shaft. I think they seem pretty similar to me. Whereas I know this one is going to be, should give you the draw.
English colours.
Sadly.
My old man was English, God bless him.
Well, it's not in the bag yet, so we ain't got to worry about it. You should be able to turn this over.
You, with drivers nowadays, high tee, low tee?
High tee all day.
Yep.
Unless you're nervous and you're playing for a lot of money, peg the thing down then. But for you, you're so much this way anyway that you get massive amounts of spin if you teed it down. Whereas I want you to be high draw. It's got to be high tee. It's a lot softer this, but we need to see if we start turning it over. I've put it in standard, so the face angle's gone a bit. I've added a bit of loft in the thought that maybe you turn it over a bit. We might have to put that back on if you start presenting the heel. You know what I mean? If you, that's the thing for you. You've got to start working on moving that path.
Yep.
And that's throughout the bag, because if I give you the Ventus TR Blue with that path and that inefficiency, you hit it and spin it at 3,600, which is just down the right side. If I give it you with this softer shaft, you get the flail to the right, but I want to see if in another shot we can release and get it going. If we can't, I'm going to put you back where you were, because you had a 277 out of that, you had a pull draw out of that. The reason I kept you in this for so long is it wasn't bad, and I hate bringing shafts into the equation. This was close, set on one standard click, and I think I can send you away as a player, and this is where you're at. The only way this goes in is if I send it away as an option. But if you don't get it on this shot or the one after, it's out. Bit of breeze, hit it high into that breeze. I know it's against what your subconscious wants to do, but do it. Good golf shot. Little low in the blade, but not bad. So 9.4, 3,100, but pretty good. Not bad. 272 on a miss hit. To me, there's more in the tank if you hit it out the top of the club.
Into a little breeze.
Yeah, that's normalised.
Yeah.
But still, we know that's pretty good numbers for where you've been.
Yep.
There could be a scenario here, you go away with this and that. Because remember, I'm seeing a snapshot of you as a player right now.
Yep.
In an environment that's not your environment. Yep. This should be turning over more. It should be easier to use. Seems like it was pretty easy on that shot, but let's see. Good's that. Great shot. Good golf shot. That's nice. Well done. 11.25. That's more like it. Even with that -3, even with half a degree more loft on it than what I had you before.
And that's you want me to go any higher?
Love you to be higher than that.
Really?
But that's me. You said, what would I love? Of course.
Yeah.
That's high for you, right? That's as low as I can probably hit it. And that's high for you. It's acceptable. But it's landing 250, running to 276 is the kid you played in the British Boys. When the technology was what it was in 1995. Who hit little raking hooks and hit it forever.
Yep.
It's Garcia when he was a kid.
Yep.
He ain't hitting it like that anymore.
No.
But it's okay. If that's where you want to live, I just want you to know that if you hit it 20 feet higher, you gain another 7 or 8 yards. You're hitting it 10 yards further than what I thought you'd get out of this when you got here.
Right.
So,
yep. I
mean, what's the whole point of that golf club? To hit it as far as you can hit it.
For sure.
You've outdone me by 10 yards, pretty good. I'm stood here thinking we can get 280, 282, 283. I know we can.
I need that wind to switch.
No, it's normalised.
Yeah.
But what needs to happen is launch needs to go up 2, your spin needs to stay the same. How does that happen? You move the goddamn club path. I'm trying to give you the tips to move the club path without ruining your fitting. I mean, we could get in here and start to talk about turn. It's not a lesson. It's hit it right at that and draw it back. How good's that? Spinny, but it's good. Remember, it's into breeze. Don't worry too much about the flight looking at it. If there was no breeze, that would be looking good. Should be less than 3,000, 3,300. Okay, get me wrong. How do I get rid of that now? Well, if you're going to start delivering, that's consistency on the path and the attack. Well, I reach for this tour truck in my pocket. Head's perfect, by the way. I like this shaft as well. You're hitting it more. Matches better with the irons as well. And I go, boom, one click towards lower. Well, now we just lost some spin. But we also lost a bit of launch. So you're going to have to do your job and hit it high. Because that was my job just finished there, by the way. That was it. I just clicked it and it finished. I'm out. Now it's on you.
Back up, Ian, let's go.
Nicer looking face angle, right? A little bit more open.
Yeah, I like I said, mate, it's...
I know. You should be good to go.
Yeah.
You should come out with a little knuckly. We haven't seen many knuckles yet. Hit it right at the stick and then turn one over. And that's you all day. Started left of the stick, but it's not peeking out. It's knuckly. It kicks forward. It runs almost all the way to the fence on that line. 0 attack angle, 8.4, which is 4 degrees too low. Got to be below 3,000 on the spin.
Not best one yet, club path.
Yeah, it didn't pick up the spin, unfortunately, but it looked like it was below 3,000. 157 ball speed, because it took a bit of loft off, so you gain a bit of speed. So you get what I'm saying. So now, at this point of the fit, I'd be like, okay, you know you've got to draw your driver. The 3-wood and all that, we'll work on that. Gonna be easy. I'm gonna base everything off that and base everything off those irons. But now what we do just forget about this. Hit me what? A fairway finder? So a fairway finder, you do you. This is just be a player. So yeah, street lamp's still a good target. You know what? We can move our targets if we want, but we won't because we've got the TrackMan. So street lamp, just hit me one in the fairway. That's what I expect to see. I teed it down. High spin, 3.4 left on path, attack angle down. It's going to have gone short, but it's in play. And then what you do, okay, high bomb, let's gain some yardage and let's get back into the feel of hitting the draw. And that basically is how I would do the fitting. It's like you've controlled it, you've dictated it. You have this at home, this blue. So if you start to swing as the season goes on, a bit more fluid, and you get a bit more release, you pop the blue in. You absolutely need that head, the Stealth 2, because it spins it a bit more. Right. You absolutely need that golf ball. I think, to be honest, we go 770s all the way through. You and I can have a little look at the hybrid and the fairway wood now just to get that dialed, but in a nutshell, golf ball dictates everything. Iron shafts, you need launch, you need a softer ball flight. There you go, same match up with that. You haven't hit one shot left yet, and I'm trying to get you to draw it. You need to work on that. I need to be seeing before I consider and you're going to take that away, but before you put that blue shaft in, you need to be hitting raking hooks, and you are a long way away from that. It's not a problem, but you're a long way away from being where you think you are, because you haven't played. There's a lot of good stuff in there. You gain north of 20 yards.
Right. Yep.
But embrace the beautiful.
I've never been a long hitter.
Embrace the beautiful blue sky. Yeah. You've never been a long hitter because you've never been a long hitter because you're trying to throw it flat, and I need you to get it high. Yeah. Embrace it. There's no bunkers up there, mate.